When I tell you what I'm about to tell you, gentlemen, you will be shocked. Leave your age in the comments section right now if you are over the age of 60, since 91% of guys your age are committing the same fatal error every morning, which is literally stealing their manhood one sip at a time. In the event that this describes you, click the like button. It is as if you are a pale reflection of the man you used to be when you wake up. After providing you with a momentary lift, your morning coffee leaves you feeling even more exhausted than you were before. Now that you've tried everything, including the injections, the pumps, and the small blue pills, it appears like nothing is working. The majority of medical professionals will not tell you this frightening reality. Even when they are 70 or 80 years old, millions of men in the United States drink their coffee every single morning, and they do so without realizing that they are wasting the easiest opportunity they have to get their erections back. I am Dr. Mohit Cara, a board-certified urologist who has been active in the field for more than 30 years, assisting men in regaining their vigor. In the event that you have never heard this from your doctor, please leave a comment below, because what I am about to share with you has the potential to dramatically transform your life. Nevertheless, before I expose these 5 components that will completely change the game, you need to comprehend this. What I am about to share with you has the potential to save you thousands of dollars in medical bills and bring back something that you believed was lost for good. When I publish men's health secrets like this one on a weekly basis, the majority of doctors would rather that you remain in the dark about them. Make sure you are subscribed and push that notification bell. In the following 15 minutes, I will demonstrate how to turn your morning coffee into the most effective weapon you have ever found against erectile decline. I will teach you how to do this. To begin, however, I need to demonstrate to you what is actually taking place inside your body after the age of 60. During this pause, please rate your present level of energy on a scale from 1 to 10. Create a note of it. If you follow this strategy for a period of 30 days, I guarantee that it will increase by at least 3 points. At this very moment, please share your current energy number in the comments space. I would want to tell you about Robert, a 72-year-old man from Phoenix who came into my office with a hard time making eye contact. Leave a comment below if you've ever had the experience of feeling like you're falling short as a man. The narrative of Robert will instill hope in you. Robert informed me that his wife of 45 years was patient and sympathetic, but he could see the disappointment in her eyes throughout the entire conversation. He was under the impression that he was failing not only her, but also himself, and as a man. He had exhausted every possible option. He suffered from headaches and severe rises in his blood pressure as a result of taking the little blue pills. Injections were not only uncomfortable, but also embarrassing. The pumps gave off a frosty and mechanical vibe. However, after that, I shared with him the same recipe for coffee that I am about to share with you, which consists of 5 ingredients. In less than 3 weeks after including these components into his morning coffee, Robert contacted me with a voice that I hadn't heard since our first encounter. His voice was filled with pure joy. "It's almost as if someone turned the lights back on," he was saying to the doctor. "Not only in that particular location, but everywhere else as well. Once again, I am filled with vitality, I am driven, and I have hope." Following a period of 6 months, Robert and his wife decided to reaffirm their wedding vows. I was told by him that it was as if they had regained their youth. Robert, if you wish to experience a change of that magnitude in your own life, please leave a comment. It's possible that you're thinking that this seems too wonderful to be true. It makes sense to me. Not only was I suspicious, but I was also a medical doctor. However, this is the item that completely altered my life. In only 3 minutes, I will unveil the third element, which is not only a natural testosterone booster, but also increases testosterone levels by 20%. To begin, however, you must first have an understanding of the 2 life-threatening alterations that are currently taking place in your body. The decrease in testosterone levels is the first change. While you reach your 60s, your testosterone levels have dropped by approximately 50% from their high. This occurred while you were in your 20s. There is more to this than just sexual desire. Your capacity to develop and maintain erections is one of the many things that testosterone influences, along with your energy levels, your muscle mass, your mood, and any motivation you may have. The second change is a hardening of the vascular system. The blood arteries that are responsible for transporting blood to your penis decrease in flexibility and responsiveness. Take, for example, a garden hose that has been exposed to the sun for a number of years. It loses its ability to expand and shrink, and it becomes more brittle. In situations where blood vessels are unable to dilate as they should, erections become weak, inconsistent, or even completely disappear. You won't hear this from the majority of your doctors. These shifts are not unavoidable in any way. They are not etched in stone, but on paper. It is possible to reverse a significant portion of this loss by utilizing the appropriate foods, chemicals, and strategies. Increasing the production of testosterone, restoring blood flow, and regaining the confidence that makes you feel like you are actually alive are all things that you can do. Cinnamon is the single most important component that elevates regular coffee to the level of a macho powerhouse. Before you rush to your spice cupboard, however, I want you to remark on whether the spices you have are real or phony. 90% of you have the wrong kind. Here is a brief examination. Right now, you should check on your cinnamon. If it reads Ceylon cinnamon on the label, you are in good shape. In the event that it merely states cinnamon or cassia, you are utilizing the counterfeit substance that may in fact be harmful to you. This ingredient list will be screenshotted when I unveil each individual item. You will want to make a note of this in the future. When I was a child, my grandma would sprinkle cinnamon on everything. She was always doing this, everything from her toast to her oatmeal to her coffee. She reached the age of 97 and maintained her sharpness, energy, and vitality right up until the very end of her life. When I was younger, I did not comprehend what I appreciate now. Cinnamon is more than just a natural flavoring. It is a medicament. Cinnamon is a potent defender of the delicate blood arteries that supply your manhood, and it is especially beneficial for mature men over the age of 60. Through the course of the day, your blood sugar will experience surges and crashes, which will cause damage to these extremely small arteries. These damages continue to mount over time, and eventually the circulation to the penis becomes weakened. Because of this, men who have diabetes frequently demonstrate symptoms of erectile dysfunction years before they are formally diagnosed with the condition. Nevertheless, cinnamon functions as a protection. According to a number of studies, even just half a teaspoon of cinnamon on a daily basis can provide a 20 to 30% reduction in fasting blood sugar levels. The improvement is not insignificant at all. That is the distinction between vessels that are continually being attacked and vessels that continue to be healthy, flexible, and capable of transporting the blood flow that is necessary for erections that are firm and persist for a lasting period of time. Additionally, cinnamon stimulates the formation of nitric oxide. The chemical known as nitric oxide is the master molecule that regulates the dilation of blood vessels. This is the same mechanism that is targeted by drugs such as Viagra. However, cinnamon acts in a natural way, without any adverse effects and without any discomfort. If you were unaware of the distinction between cassia and Ceylon, you should give this video a thumbs up. You are about to be surprised by the fourth ingredient that is coming up next. New research demonstrates that it can increase testosterone levels by as much as 20%, despite the fact that it is the same dangerous substance that doctors have advised you to avoid for decades. The vast majority of men dispose of this item every morning without even recognizing that they are, in effect, throwing away their manhood. But before we go into it, let me show you the second element that functions similarly to natural Viagra. This is something that I would like you to try right this moment. Just go back to the last time you indulged in some truly delicious dark chocolate. Recall the boost in mood that you experienced. It wasn't only sugar involved. This is your body's reaction to the potent circulation boosters that you received. Please leave a comment about chocolate if you are a fan of dark chocolate but were unaware that it could be beneficial for erectile dysfunction. Adding cocoa to your morning coffee is the second component that transforms it into a circulation booster. Cocoa powder that is authentic, unadulterated, and unsweetened, as opposed to the sugary hot chocolate powder that you may remember from your childhood. When I initially learnt about the impact that cocoa had on circulation, I was completely blown away. It was something that the majority of men already enjoyed, something that made their coffee taste luxurious and decadent, but it was also one of the most potent circulatory stimulants that nature has to offer. Flavonoids are found in abundance in cocoa for a variety of reasons. The synthesis of nitric oxide in your blood arteries can be increased by these naturally occurring molecules, which have an almost miraculous power to do so. Keep in mind that nitric oxide is what makes it possible for blood vessels to relax and open up wide, which in turn makes it possible for blood to rush in and create erections that are strong and powerful. Without sufficient nitric oxide, it is impossible to achieve an erection, regardless of whether the desire or stimulus is present. On the other hand, cocoa enhances circulation in more ways than one. Because it includes anandamide, also known as the bliss molecule, it has the ability to naturally improve one's mood and produce feelings of emotional and physical well-being. Additionally, it contains phenylethylamine, which is a chemical that is linked to feelings of love and attraction. Add to this a good dosage of magnesium, which helps maintain nerve health, muscle function, and testosterone production, and you start to have a better understanding of why cocoa has been prized as an aphrodisiac for generations. When you add a teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder to your coffee and stir it in, you are doing more than just flavoring your beverage with a great mocha flavor. The substances that you are putting into your body are causing your blood vessels to open, elevating your mood, and supporting the biochemical processes that are responsible for erections possible. Send this video to one individual who truly needs to hear what you have to say. Because of this, the majority of men suffer in quiet. Ingredient number 3 is an ingredient that is grown high in the Andes Mountains, and this is where things start to get interesting. We, as men, have been informed that a decline in our health is unavoidable after the age of 60. The Inca warriors, however, ate this root before going into battle in order to increase their power and virility. Drop the word warrior in the comments section if you are sick of hearing from your doctors that it is simply your age. Maca root is the third component that can turn your morning routine into a hormone-boosting powerhouse through the use of this item. A simple root that has been venerated for more than 2,000 years as a source of energy, stamina, and sexual vitality grows high in the Andes Mountains, where the air is thin and life is tough. This root is responsible for the cultivation of the plant. Before engaging in combat, the Inca warriors would consume maca because they believed it would endow them with strength and courage. They were correct, as recently discovered by modern science. The effects of maca are distinct from those of the other components that we have covered. Maca communicates directly with your hormonal system, in contrast to cinnamon, which helps to protect your blood vessels, and cocoa, which helps to increase nitric oxide. Both the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland, which are the master control centers that regulate testosterone synthesis, are gently stimulated by this substance. In contrast to synthetic hormones, this is not a form of forced stimulation. In this way, your body is being reminded of how to perform at its highest potential. Within a period of 12 weeks, males who only consumed 3 grams of maca on a daily basis, which is equivalent to approximately 1 teaspoon, had considerable changes in both their sexual desire and their performance. This research was carried out at colleges located all throughout South America. On the other hand, the advantages are not limited to the bedroom. The consumption of maca has been shown to boost energy levels, improve mood, improve mental clarity, and support overall vitality. Immediately subscribe if you are interested in learning more about ancient secrets that contemporary medicine overlooks. For the next 60 seconds, we will discuss the contentious component that has been vilified by conventional medicine for decades, but recent research has demonstrated that it is necessary for the creation of testosterone. In addition to that, I will provide you with the precise measurements for the ideal macho formulation of coffee. But first, be prepared to have your mind blown by this patient narrative. The name Frank comes to mind. He is a contractor from Arizona who is 64 years old. Not only did he come to me talking about erectile dysfunction, but he also complained about feeling exhausted all the time, without motivation, and as if he was just going through the motions of life altogether. Within the first month of incorporating maca into his coffee habit, he observed changes in his physical appearance. His vigor came back to him. His disposition got better. Everything that had piqued his interest in life, including his wife and his work, came flooding back. After 6 months, he came to me and said, "Doctor, I feel like I've gotten my life back." Men were told for decades that being overweight was a bad thing. If you believe this falsehood, give yourself a guilty comment. I'll tell you what they didn't explain to you. In order to produce testosterone, cholesterol, and good fats are utilized, in the same way that you are practically starving your masculinity when you deprive your body of these fundamental building ingredients. Coconut oil is the fourth component that boosts your testosterone levels and provides you with energy that is consistent and maintains its level consistently. MCTs, also known as medium-chain triglycerides, are abundant in coconut oil, which makes it a special kind of oil. These unique lipids are able to circumvent the typical digestion process and are delivered directly to the liver, where they are promptly transformed into energy that is both clean and may be utilized. MCT energy is consistent, continuous, and does not leave you feeling empty, in contrast to the energy crash that you experience when you consume an excessive amount of sugar or processed carbohydrates. As for guys above the age of 60, here is where the true power of coconut oil lies. MCTs have been found in studies to have the potential to enhance testosterone production by as much as 20%. This surge results in more energy, improved mood, increased muscle mass, and yes, erections that are harder and more reliable with increased muscle mass. Check out this exam. Observe the energy collapse that occurs 2 hours after drinking normal coffee the next time you consume it. After using coconut oil, the crash is no longer present. Crash the comment if you are completely familiar with what I am referring to. The beverage that is sometimes referred to as bulletproof coffee is made by incorporating 1 tablespoon of organic, unrefined coconut oil into your cup of coffee. As the oil and the hot liquid combine, a drink that resembles a latte is produced. This drink is a source of smooth energy that lasts for several hours. As a result of the healthy fat's ability to slow down the absorption of caffeine, the jitters and crashes that are typically associated with regular coffee use are eliminated. You are going to be surprised by the 5th component, ginger root, but the majority of guys are unaware of this fact. The experience of warmth that you are experiencing is not just flavor. This is the movement of blood, the increase in circulation, and the flow of life force. Leave a comment if you are able to experience the sensation of warmth that you get from eating ginger. Nevertheless, here is the most important portion, and you must pay attention to it because it will determine whether or not this is successful for you. There is a certain quality about ginger that is almost mystical. In addition to its flavor, it also has a warming sensation that you experience when you taste it. You can feel your blood pumping, your circulation getting better, and your life energy circulating through your body. Ginger has been utilized by traditional healers for therapeutic purposes for thousands of years, treating a wide range of conditions, including nausea, inflammation, and sexual dysfunction. Ginger is loaded with potent chemicals known as gingerols and shogaols, which have a variety of positive impacts on the health characteristics of men. The first benefit is that they are natural vasodilators, which means that they help blood vessels relax and widen. Every part of your body will benefit from this improved circulation, but the function of your erection will be notably impacted by it. When they drink ginger on a regular basis, many men experience a warming sensation that spreads throughout their entire body. Increased blood flow is the tangible manifestation of the warmth. Second, ginger helps to ensure that testosterone production is protected and supported. As men get older, their testicles are susceptible to oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which can decrease the amount of hormones that are produced by the body. Because of its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant characteristics, ginger creates a protective environment that enables testosterone production to remain at healthy levels. It has been demonstrated through research that was published in prominent medical publications that men who drink ginger on a daily basis enjoy an increase in testosterone levels that is, on average, 17% higher. Nevertheless, the advantages extend beyond hormones. Ginger has been shown to enhance circulation, decrease inflammation, promote digestive health, and provide a natural energy boost, all of which, when combined with the other components, provide an ideal combination. Okay, gentlemen, here is the precise formula you need. This is a screenshot. The following ingredients are required: 1 cup of organic coffee, 1/4 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of raw cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of maca powder, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and 1/5 teaspoon of ginger. Please leave a screenshot comment once you have saved this list. On the other hand, here is what differentiates the men who are successful from those who are not. Maintaining consistency for a minimum of 8 to 12 weeks. Now is the time for you to experiment with something. Make a comment on your dedication. You are a type 1 commit if you are willing to give this a try for a period of 30 days in a row. Begin with a cup of organic coffee of the highest possible quality. There are health benefits associated with coffee itself, including antioxidants and natural stimulants that enhance energy and attention. The base is important because of these health benefits. You can prepare it in any way you like, but you should make sure that it is hot enough to dissolve and combine the other components in the correct manner. A 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon from Ceylon should be added. This is quite significant. There is a distinction between the cassia cinnamon that is commonly found in grocery shops and the Ceylon cinnamon that is available. To put it another way, Ceylon is less harsh, more sweet, and has lower levels of coumarin, which is a chemical that can be hazardous when used in excessive numbers. Next, place 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder that has not been sweetened. When searching for cocoa powder, look for organic, raw cocoa that has not been processed with alkali. The beneficial flavonoids that are responsible for the circulation and mood effects are preserved in greater quantities in this form. Following that, add 1 teaspoon of powdered maca. It is recommended that you begin with yellow maca and then go on to red and black variants as you become more acclimated to enjoying the flavor. Maca has a flavor that is predominantly earthy and slightly sweet, and the majority of men find it to be pleasant, particularly when coupled with the other components. Add 1 tablespoon of coconut oil that is organic and has not been refined. It may appear to be a significant amount of oil, but keep in mind that you are utilizing it as fuel for both your body and your brain. It won't take long for the oil to dissolve in the hot coffee. Blending the coffee for 30 seconds with either an immersion blender or a conventional blender will result in the smoothest possible texture possible. Next, incorporate a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger into the mixture. Although the advantages of freshly grated ginger are more intense, powdered ginger is more handy and still provides the same level of effectiveness. Ginger is a warming spice that works wonderfully with cinnamon and serves as a wonderful complement to it. The end result is a coffee that is not only tasty and rich, but also has a satisfyingly decadent taste. However, it is actually a properly prepared masculine health tonic. This is not merely a beverage per se. It is a daily dose that provides support for circulation, optimizes hormones, and enhances energy. And it costs less than $5 every week. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Thomas, a retired pilot who is 75 years old. While he was telling me that he felt invisible in his own life, his wife was sitting there holding his hand. He lacked any kind of energy, motivation, or interest in anything at all. In addition to the fact that their physical relationship had ended many years previously, he felt as though he was failing not only as a husband, but also as a kind of man. After a period of 2 months, he came into my office with an improved posture, a more solid handshake, and a brightness in his eyes that had not been existing previously. He informed me that drinking coffee had become into a routine that he eagerly anticipated each morning. It was more than that, however. He had the sensation that he was awakening in more ways than one. The gradual but continuous recovery of his vigor was noticeable. His wife made the observation that he was beginning to resemble the man she had married, since his disposition had improved to the point where she did so. Please accept this challenge from me. Give this method a try for a period of exactly 30 days. After then, return to this video and comment on the results you obtained. I personally read each and every success story, and I will be sure to take note of your feedback when you get back to me. If you are interested, I will accept the challenge. Let me now provide you with some useful advice that will assist you in successfully putting this formula into action. To begin, timing is important. Your improved coffee should be consumed first thing in the morning, preferably within the first hour of waking up. This not only guarantees that the components have the maximum amount of time to operate in your body, but it also provides you with sustained energy throughout the day. To continue, quality is important. Make an investment in organic versions of each ingredient that are of a high quality. Your well-being is well worth the additional expense, and you will be able to taste the difference. When shopping for spices, go for Ceylon cinnamon, raw cocoa powder, organic maca, unrefined coconut oil, and powdered ginger that is either fresh or of high quality. There is a greater importance placed on consistency than excellence. It is preferable to have this upgraded coffee 4 times a week on a steady basis, rather than to have it perfect 7 days a week for 2 weeks and then give up on it. Develop the habit in a way that is both gradual and steady. Fourth, pay attention to the responses that your body is giving you. On the other hand, some men experience the consequences more gradually than others. You should keep a simple notebook in which you record your mood, your energy levels, and any other changes that you notice. This will assist you in monitoring your progress and maintaining your motivation. Lastly, remember to be patient with yourself. The reversal of decades of deterioration does not happen immediately. It takes time for your body to recover, develop, and reach its full potential. It is important to have faith in the procedure and to give yourself at least 8 to 12 weeks to get the full effects. To conclude, I would like to address one more issue that a lot of men have. When compared to using prescription meds, they are concerned that relying on natural chemicals may somehow make them appear less macho by some means. Permit me to make this perfectly clear. When it comes to addressing your health concerns, select natural, food-based remedies. There is nothing weak or insufficient about this choice. In point of fact, I would suggest that one of the most masculine things you can do is to take charge of your health by making responsible decisions regarding your diet and lifestyle. When it comes to treating symptoms, the pharmaceutical method frequently results in the development of new problems due to the adverse effects. The natural approach takes into account the underlying causes and provides support for the body's own healing systems. In your opinion, which strategy seems to have greater potential? Which approach respects the intellect of your body and recognizes its capacity for healing? The reality is that your body would like to be healthy, would like to be strong, and would like to function at its highest possible level. Frequently, all that is required is the appropriate fuel, the appropriate support, and the appropriate setting. This particular coffee recipe offers such assistance in a way that is uncomplicated, pleasurable, and long-lasting. To begin each day with a deliberate act of self-care is not only beneficial to one's physical health, but it also enhances one's mental and emotional well-being. You are making a statement about your worth, your value, and your commitment to living your life to the fullest when you take the time to prepare this enhanced coffee, when you choose ingredients that support your health and vitality, and when you invest in your well-being. A significant number of my patients have shared with me that the routine of preparing their morning coffee has evolved into a type of meditation, a period of time for establishing intentions, and a moment of experiencing gratitude for oneself. However, they are not merely consuming coffee. They have decided to favor vitality. There is a choice being made there. In their life and in their relationships, they are making the conscious decision to be totally present. The following is what I require of you, gentlemen, at this very moment. The first thing you should do is activate the notification bell and hit the subscribe button. On a monthly basis, I reveal secrets about men's health that your physician will not speak to you about. These secrets have the potential to practically save your marriage and your manhood. Second, if you found this to be enlightening, show your appreciation by clicking the like button. Third, show this video to one man who could benefit from listening to it. Your friends should not be allowed to suffer in silence. Last but not least, take a screenshot of the ingredient list one more time and begin the process tomorrow morning. The fifth step is to schedule a reminder for 30 days from now to return and report the outcomes of your experiment. Just before you leave, I have a warning for you about 3 morning blunders that are more likely to destroy testosterone than the natural process of aging. Every single day, the majority of males over the age of 60 make at least 2 of these. To learn more about them, you can find out by clicking on the video that is currently displayed on your screen. Gentlemen, I would like for you to comprehend something that is really significant. Transformations that take place after the age of 60 are not unavoidable. The decline is not predetermined. One can experience a sense of strength, vitality, and masculinity long into their 70s, 80s, and beyond if they possess the appropriate information, the appropriate skills, and the appropriate commitment. There is only one tool, but it is a potent one, and that is this coffee recipe. This approach simultaneously targets a number of different facets of manly health, supporting circulation, optimizing hormones, providing continuous energy, and improving mood are all benefits of this substance. It is not only natural but also sustainable and inexpensive. But most significantly, it is effective. However, the effectiveness of the formula is directly proportional to the degree to which you are committed to use it. I can provide you with the information, but I am unable to provide you with the motivation. The source of that must be found within. The realization that you are worth the effort, that your health is important, and that your vitality is significant must be the source of this decision first. Everyone in your life, including your wife, your partner, and your family, will benefit from your confidence and strength. On the other hand, this is ultimately about you. Honoring the man you are and the man you have the potential to become is the focus of this. This is about choosing to battle for your vigor, your vitality, and your manhood, rather than accepting decline as something that is unavoidable. There is more to the 5 substances that I have discussed with you today than just their nutritional value. These ingredients are ginger, cinnamon, cocoa, maca, and coconut oil. The tools of transformation are what they are. These individuals are allies on your path to regaining your vitality. The fact that nature offers remedies to the problems that we confront as we become older is demonstrated by these things. There's a choice available to you when you sit down to make your coffee tomorrow morning. There are 2 options available to you. Either you may stick to the same routine that has been gradually failing you, or you can take one modest step toward regaining your power. It is possible to initiate the process of repair by incorporating these 5 straightforward components. This recipe has the power to transform people's lives. I have witnessed other men rediscovering their vitality, their self-assurance, and their enthusiasm for life. I've witnessed the return of self-respect and the revitalization of relationships. In eyes that had become gloomy with resignation, I have witnessed the light that had been turned back on. In spite of this, I've witnessed men remembering who they are more than anything else. In addition to being fathers, husbands, and workers, they are also powerful, vital, and sexual beings who, regardless of their age, deserve to feel strong and alive. It is up to you to decide. It is up to you to decide what happens. The components are currently waiting for you in the kitchen. Having a cup of coffee first thing in the morning tomorrow can be the beginning of your journey back to vitality. Don't let another day go by without having to settle for less than you deserve. You must not allow another morning to pass without taking some kind of action. Waiting for you is your body. You are waiting for your vitality. Your best years may still be in store for you in the future. Proceed with the initial step. These 5 components should be added. Be dedicated to the procedure. Have faith in the capacity of your body to heal and restore itself. Additionally, get ready to rediscover the power and self-assurance that bring you a sense of being truly alive. If you are prepared to reclaim your strength, please share your vitality in the comments section. I'll see you in the next video, and I'll come back to hear about your accomplishments 30 days from now. Always keep in mind that your decline is not unavoidable. Your best years may still be in store for you in the future. It begins with the coffee you drink in the morning of the following day and your determination to fight for your vitality. Still present is the man that you used to be. It is still possible to regain the vitality that you remember. It's possible that the passion you thought was gone for good to come back. It all begins with a single cup of coffee that has been enhanced and the decision to make an investment in yourself. The transformation of you starts right now.